Okay, welcome back everybody. It's another episode of my Project Ozone series. And today we're going to work on Tesseracts and going down this line to hopefully get to the point where next episode we can start working on the applied energistics, because I'm kind of starting to stress my storage system a little bit and I need to get that sorted out fairly quickly. So let's start by, let's do the Tesseracts first. I think, nope. There we go. Got the materials lined up to do quite a lot of these projects, so I didn't have to keep cutting in and out. If I grab all these materials here, what we're going to do is, because I mean, as we saw in the last episode, I've got over 2,000 ender pearls now, so ender pearls are not a problem. We gained a Tesseract frame from a reward bag a little while back. I'm going to start by making up 2. I think what I'm going to do is re-centralize the power in this dimension. And then if I need to send it anywhere, I'll use Tesseracts. So, let's make up another Tesseract frame. Start with Tesseracts. It just needs a diamond, some Enderium ingots, which we've got growing on our magical crops, and some fused or hardened aluminum glass. Well, fused glass is made up with sticking nether quartz into the alloy smelter, and we've got a bunch of that pre-made up already. And if we put the Enderium and the glass and the diamond in, we get a basic Tesseract frame, and that gives us 2 frames. What we then have to do is fill up the Tesseract frame with resonant ender. So we'll take, it takes 4 ender pearls per Tesseract frame, because it tells you there you need 1,000 millibuckets, and each pearl gives 250. So what we do is we take it over to our fluid transposer. No, our magma crucible first. And we stick all 8 in there. And that'll feed into the fluid transposer. And we'll put our 2 Tesseract frames in there. Wait for it to get to 1,000 millibuckets. And wait for the second one. Should be very quick. There we go, it's filling up. And that gives us 2 frames, and then we need to convert these full frames into actual Tesseracts, which is bronze, silver, and the Tesseract frame in the middle. So if we grab some bronze, which I have in my sys, I got like 768 of them. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then some silver, which is down here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we put those in there, surround it by brass and silver. I think I've got that the wrong way round. I did. Done it again. Always do that. And that gives us an actual working Tesseract. Have I just done that again? Nope. Okay. And now we have 2 full working Tesseracts that can feed through liquid and electricity, or RF, and items. So what I'm going to do temporarily is I'm just going to whop one of the Tesseracts down here. I will move it. I'll put it into a better position later. And I'm going to set up this as a main power outlet. Put it on channel 1. And allow that to be ignored on redstone. And I'm going to allow it to, for now, I'm going to disable items and fluids and send energy. So that's now sending out energy anywhere to where I put it in the Tesseract. And if we go to the mining dimension, what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out my wind turbine so I can take it back to my other farm, and instead I'm going to put that temporarily until I get the applied energistics sorted out. I'll put that there. Why is that? Why isn't there a list of... Ah, okay, I forgot to hit the plus button. So now if we go back, I derped again. Now I should see that pull up on here. So at the moment it's got, there you go. Select that. And it's pulling energy down now because you can see we've got 18,000 RF per tick on the conduit, because that's the maximum it can do. So now we can take our windmill and put it back on the other end. Ooh, he fell off the edge. I already ought to move that. And now we can put our windmill back. And hopefully between the windmill and those solar generators, this is now getting a fair amount of power. It's keeping up, but it still needs more, which is why we're going to need to move to the big reactor next, I think. Okay, so we got that done. Tesseracts complete. That should actually complete that quest, which it does. And we'll take the left-hand bag again. And we get a heart. So I get the heart back that I lost on previous episode. Well, not episode, but the previous off-camera work. And we got a whole bunch of... Oh, good grief. A whole bunch of food. Which, I mean, is okay. But, I mean, it's just... extra inventory slots and all that. Okay. So next, what I want to do... we have a look at our quest book. Dun, 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 dun. I want to start going down... this line. So I need to make up an enrichment chamber because our goal is to get down to here. Hopefully on this episode. Now the enrichment chambers is part of the mechanism. And it uses to make up... it allows you, instead of putting like basic redstone in, you can use compressed redstone, I think. Let's have a look at the enrichment chamber. Which is that, which is a steel casing, which is osmium with surrounded by electrical steel. The basic control circuits, which is you put inside of the metallurgic infuser, you put osmium. Let's grab some osmium and a bit more redstone. I've already got some pre-made up, but I'll show you anyway. Put the redstone in, that fills up this side, and then you put the osmium in, and that generates control circuits. And then we take that recipe, and we need to make up the steel casing. What am I doing wrong? Oh, electrical steel. Did I not put electrical steel? Oh, there you go. I got them. I had them pre-made up in there already. Make up a casing, and then we can make up the enrichment chamber. Oops, don't throw it on the floor. Get back. Let's grab that and stick that with our... stick that there. And I think if we put... redstone in, it makes... let's have a look. Yeah, that converts redstone into... I think it's like compressed type redstone. Compressed redstone. And that's used on some other the other machines that we're going to be getting to. What I can do is I'm going to make up some speed upgrades. So if we grab hold of that osmium dust and... was it gold dust? I think it was pulverized gold, some glass, and I'm trying to remember what the other... let's have a look at mechanism. We need these upgrades. Oh, the enrichment. So we do that, followed by that, that and that, and that. Oh, not the way around. That gives we need 8 of those. Because each machine can only hold 8. And then we swap that out for 8 speed upgrades. So we've got speed and energy. Then if we go and apply those to that machine, see how slow it's going at the moment, we hit this button up here, and then we just feed in those into that slot there, and it applies these upgrades. And if you hit speed, it'll show you how much of an effect it's having with every upgrade. And we'll let it apply all 8, and then we'll put in the energy upgrade, and it means it'll use less energy per operation. I mean, it all helps. I mean, it's not that we really need that one, but it can take the upgrades, and it tells you which upgrades are supported. Speed and energy, which is what we've applied. And so we now get, like, more efficient. And if we look at it now, it's going a whole lot faster. Producing. Okay, so we should be able to claim the reward for that one. Take that bag there. And let's open that up. What did we get? It was a grader bag. Rune bricks. No idea what those are for. Twilight Forest. I've got to get this applied energy sorted out. Stick that in there for now, because I don't know what to do with it. Okay, next. Next in line is an old... Well, I say old. It's a build... It's called... They call it machine base here. But it's a buildcraft quarry, which I don't intend to use, but I'll make it up. And to do that, it's just this recipe here. Gold gears, diamond gears, iron gears, redstone, and a pickaxe. It's a very... it used to be an expensive recipe, but with the amount of resources that I'm getting on this pack, it's a very trivial recipe. And basically I'm just going to make it to claim the reward. I'm not going to actually use it. And again, we'll take that left-hand bag. Till we get another epic. Oh, we got a legendary. Please be something good. Cryo-stabilized flux duct. Transfer an infinite amount of RF. Whoa. That is extremely nice. Extremely nice. In fact, I'm going to use that to feed into our Tesseract. So the entire system, that did link in, right? Yep, still getting a whole... See, it says light level. Why does that need light? Don't know. Okay, well those, and they look pretty cool as well. They do look very cool. I'll just stick the rest in here for now, because I'm not going to use them right now. Good to have. Oh, and these are all, there's the infusion stones that we made up. And they take damage every time you use them. Which is why we made up that other master one in the previous episode. Okay, next. Keep on moving. Done the quarry. We now need to make up an ender quarry. Now, this recipe is usually a pain in the total padootie. And I say that because if we look at the ender quarry, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, those are okay. Making up the ender pearls with the obsidian. It's these blocks here, these ender cores, because they need these magical wood. And because you need 4 of those for each of these, that gives you a total of 8 magical wood. And each magical wood needs enchanted books. So you need 16 enchanted books, which normally is a real pain in the bum. However, I noticed that there is a recipe where if we make up the magical wood first, where I think you can put a book with an emerald and it gives you a Flim Flam enchanted book, which is a whole lot easier to do. And I think, if I'm right, that you should be able to use these to make up the magical wood. And that makes the ender quarry not as much of a pain in the bum as it used to be. What? Why is that? I don't understand. Why is that making 17? I don't know. Let's take all that out. Let's put one of those in. And one of those. That's giving me 17 magical wood? That's not right. Let's check the recipe. Yeah, it should be one book, but one set makes up one magical wood. I do not know why that made up 17. I don't know. What I'm going to do is, because I feel like that is cheating, almost, I'm going to... The resources that I were going to use, which were going to be these, I am just going to throw those away. And I'll throw that spare one away. Trash can those, and that's the resources I would have used to make up that 16 magical wood. Okay, so with that part out of the way, go back to our ender quarry recipe. Where is it? Ender quarry. There you go. Make up. So we need, we also need some Eye of Ender. Let's go over to our chest and grab some Eye of Ender. That was just made by a Ender Pearl with a piece of blaze powder. Put those in there. We're going to put 2, 3, 4. Like so. Is that what I need? Have I made more than what I need? Yeah, I just need a total of 8, don't I? Oh, I don't know. Let's keep on going. But I also need to make up some ender-infused obsidian. And each one of those makes up 4 of those. And it's just obsidian with an ender pearl. But I also need another... So I need 2 there, 4 there, 4 there. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 11, 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 pieces of that. So if we grab out... Let's use this one here. I believe this will give us 20. There you go. That's the 20 that we need for the entire recipe. Let's put 2, 3, 4. I've made up... Got a lot more of that magical wood than I need. I might throw the rest of that away. I still don't know why that recipe gave me 17 pieces. Doesn't feel right. The next thing we need is, so we've made up 2 of those. We've already got some of those. We need to make up 2 of these endothermic pumps, which is some of that ender-infused obsidian that we've just made with a Eye of Ender, diamond, lava bucket, water bucket, and iron pick. And I've got those right there. And it's not going to let us do an automatic placement of those because of the buckets. So we'll put that in manually. Diamond. Pickaxe. I have ender. You're going to make 2 of these, so just put that other diamond in there as well. And that makes up 1. Then we put the other bucket in. That other bucket and the other pickaxe. There you go. So we've got 2 of the endothermic pumps. And then finally, we just need to make up the diamond etched, which needs burnt quartz. So you basically take some... Am I all out of the... Yeah, I'm all out of the nether quartz. Let me go grab some from the farm system. We go through here. And see, I've got like over 2,000 there. So all you do is you make up a block of quartz. I think it's like that. You take your block of quartz and then you just cook it. And you put it like in a furnace, like so, and that becomes a block of burnt quartz. And I've already got some of that pre-made up. As you can see, burnt quartz. There's 4 diamonds. So we put the try to remember the recipe again. There you go. Then we'll just put that in like that, and then we get our middle part, and then we're ready to make up the actual final ender quarry, which uses any type of sapling and a diamond pickaxe. If we put that there, 2 endothermic pumps at the bottom, the magical chesty things there, that one there, and 2 pieces of the ender infused obsidian there, and that gives us an ender quarry. And like I said, usually that is normally a real pain in the bum because of the magical wood, but in our case, it turned out to be fairly easy. And again, we'll take the left-hand side reward. No, actually, let's take the right side now. And it gives us a good bag, which gave us some nightshade, which again is going to be used for Botanica, but we haven't quite got there yet. And what I'll do with that ender quarry will be to I'm going to place that down in the mining dimension. However, I'm not quite ready to do that because I'm still short on power. Once I've got a big reactor and I've got the applied energistic system in place for the storage, at that point then I'm going to put down the ender quarry and start pulling in resources with that. And I've still got a spare. I must have counted 19 instead of 20, I don't know. I'm not sure why I got a spare one there. I'll put those there. I'll end up using that on the... I have to make up a QED. Because you need to make up the... so I look at ender... That's what I'm looking for. Ender might's got a dash in it. That needs a QED machine with 2 ender infused obsidian, which we just saw that we had, and an ender pearl on top. And you need those to make up the markers instead of laying down fence. So why don't we actually go do that now, because we're going to need it anyway. Look at the QED machine. And, oh, they've changed the recipe on that, so we need another one of these. Which needs one of those. Actually, I don't think that recipe has changed. Let's make up some more burnt quartz. We're going to spare. I think we've got some spare in here. Yeah, I made up a batch. We're going to need to make up some more of this ender infused obsidian. We need 5 pieces for that and another piece for that. So we're going to have to make up a little bit. Oops, wrong button. Which is more obsidian with an ender pearl in. We make up 2 batches of that. Got some obsidian up here. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 2 ender pearls. That pretty quickly. It's not that big of a deal on that recipe. So that gives us a bunch of that. In addition to this spare one that we've got over here, which I think we're not going to need all of those. And then we need... Did I make that up? No, I didn't. Okay, let's make this up first. 4 diamonds. 2, 3, 4. Got diamonds coming out of our ears now. Put that down. Make the etched block. And we need 2 more ender pearls and a crafting bench. No, I don't have a crafting bench on me. 2, 3, 4. What did I say? 2 Eye of Enders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put those in. Put those in. Makes us 2 Eye of Enders and a crafting bench. Why is that not? Okay, fine, I'll put it down myself. So, like you... And, oh, so I didn't make up the crafting bench. Idiot. There you go. And then that should finish off that recipe. And there you go, we've got a QED machine. And then with that, we also need the lasery things. He says, technically. I'll find it in a minute. Where's the QED I need? There it is, that's what I need. Ender flux crystals. And that powers this, so I need some more ender infused obsidian with Eye of Ender, and if we make up, like, if we surround it, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of those, which means we need some more of that. Oop, no, wrong button. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an ender pearl. Should we need it now? Yeah. 2, 3, 4. And an ender pearl. Grab that, and we'll make up some more of the ender infused obsidian. And then we need some Eye of Enders. If we get like how many pearls we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of course he pulled out 7, not 8. Make up the Eye of Enders. And then we just put those there with the... Okay. I need a lot more of those, don't I? If I wanted to make up 6 more, I'm going to need 6 4s of 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough to make up all of those. One short again. Oh dear, everything's just falling apart. There you go. Got one more batch of that, and then we can do that. And that gives us 8 of those. And then we can just go find a nice little corner somewhere. How about we put that... Actually, let's stick that down the bottom, because it's not going to be used all the time. So we'll just stick it out of the way over here. Let's stick that down there. We're going to put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we put the QED in the middle. And then if we put inside of that, like that, and an ender pearl, and it'll power it up. And the more of these you have surrounding this, the faster it'll go. And I'm still going to need to make up some more of that ender infused obsidian. But that makes us an ender marker, which we'll use when we get to the quarry. And I need 2 more of those. So again, I've run out of ender pearls over here. Let me go grab some ender pearls from the farm. As you can see, the steel is still not rocketing along. Got 20 steel ingots now. It's picking up. Let's grab a bunch of those. And we'll go back and get some obsidian. Be nice to funnel all that into one big AE system. And then we need some... How much do we need? We need to make up 2 more, so that's 8. that should be enough to make up 3 markers. And that'll give us everything we need to get an ender quarry running once we get the materials or get the storage available. Shit, I want to do that. I only want to make up 2. There's another one. We just need to wait for that one more. And what are we doing next? Next is going to be the digital miner, and I think I will do that in the next episode. And that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching. If you could hit that like and subscribe button, I would very much appreciate it. And until next time, toodles!